All right, everybody, we're going to let this room fill up first before we start the main update on what's going on the Austin College show. We'll do some updates first. We got it back. Got the repeat. Wait till we get about 100 people in the room. If you are in the room, put a 1 in the chat. It's the end of the year. We got 41 people already, but we only have like. Like the video. Like the video on the way in. Good boy likes what we do with the video already. Got the music playing. I turned this shit off. How does the mic sound now? Does the mic sound good? Because y'all know we always good over here. Y'all know I'm going to talk loud enough. But it should be loud and clear. Y'all may notice that I am in a new background. Because I am in a new apartment. A beautiful apartment. Boy, they got some new development out here in Paraguay. New development. It's very great. It's very hot. It was very hot today. It's a great place to be. But like I told you guys, as you guys can see by how consistent I am, how much content I'm putting out, not videos, that it's not much to do here in Paraguay. You can get bored very quick. You know, I got chicks I'm dealing with out here, but it's even with that being said, it's still boring for the most part. So do not come to Paraguay if you do not. They said the picture's crooked. Let me see. It's showing up right on my end. Do not. Oh, that picture. Yeah, that's not mine. Do not come to Paraguay if you do not have a lot of work to do. There, it should be better now. Well, if you do not have a lot of work to do not come to Paraguay. But I have a lot of work to do. We will get into what I've been doing as soon as we get to 100. Make sure you guys get a video like we're at 63 people. And we're going to have a talk today about liberal societies and conservative societies for you passport bros, blue book gentlemen, black men traveling, or all men traveling in general, all men that are traveling. Which society is good for you? I can talk about this because I've been in many societies that are liberal, many that are liberal, and many that are conservative. Some conservative societies that I've been to, majority of them were in Africa, but that would be 50% Tanzania because 50% is conservative and the other for sure is not. Tanzania, somewhat Uganda, somewhat Rwanda, not Rwanda, Senegal, okay, Vietnam, the Philippines, for the most part, you know, those are all conservative, and Colombia too. Even though Colombia has its fair share of liberal things that they have going on, for the most part, they are conservative, and that's what I got. But we're going to get into what you guys really want and why this is a topic of being liberal and conservative. Okay. Now, what have I been up to? I have been up to a lot, as you guys may know if you'll follow me. If you guys do not know, I started an online store where we sell ebooks, merchandise such as shirts, as we discussed last time. We got coffee mugs, It's That Bad hats. We already had some people that bought the hats. I bought one for myself. I'm waiting for it to come in the mail so I can wear it and then really advertise it to you guys. But I'm going to tell you about it for right now. If you have not went to the website, I'm going to put the website link in the chat right now. And you need to go to the website, theaustinholloman.com. You need to go to the website. There'll be a pop-up. You put your email in there. The first purchase you make, you will get 10% off, and you will get emailed about every single thing that I have coming out, so you do not miss any content or any products. Now, products, of course, we got t-shirts and all that. We'll get to that when I get one in the mail. But we have something very important. A lot of you guys don't have $150. A lot of you do, but apparently a lot of you guys do not, because it's an issue for some of you guys. I don't know why. Maybe it's my marketing, the way I'm marketing towards a certain audience, but we're going to figure that out. There is an idea I came up with. I'm not the first with this idea, but for my content, it's for me, my first time. It depends on what you're looking for. Yeah. I came up with an idea so you guys don't have to call me. I don't have to call you. You can just buy a travel guide for a fraction of the cost, like 7 times less than it would cost for you to get a consultation. A consultation is $150. The travel guide is only $20. But if you are a Patreon member, which you guys need to be a Patreon member, you can sign up for the Patreon for $4, spend $10 on the travel guide, and now you got your consultation for $14 instead of $24. Either way it goes is a win. I suggest that you guys sign up for the Patreon. I've been dropping a lot of content on there. Like I told you guys, I'm still moving my members only videos there. But if you want to become a YouTuber, I have a course for that as well, where I upload all the ideas I have about how I grew my channel, how I maintain my channel, how I'm able to take 1 month off of YouTube, which is what I'm doing now. I'm still doing live streams, but as far as vlogging, I'm able to take 1 month off of my full-time job, which is content creation, and focus on what I need to focus on, while still having my fan base, my subscribers. They're not going reverse. They are still going forward. I'm almost at 90,000. I'm at 88,000. I was at 87,000, at 86,000 when I decided to take the month off. So there you have it. This month off has been very beneficial for me. I have a lot more energy. I can focus on everything I need to focus on, and I'm just way less stressed. I have way less stress. Now, the first book that I wrote, I have 7 books coming out. I added a few more to the list. The first book I wrote is about the situation in Brazil. Why did I start with that one? I started with that one because a lot of you guys are familiar with this situation. You know what happened, but you don't know why it happened, where it happened, how it happened, what exactly was happening. Somebody said, why did you write a book about this? Most of your subscribers already know. I don't see the point in buying a book. I do. I was editing the book this morning before I put it on the website, and I was getting excited, and I was getting drawn into my own book that I know the entire story to. The book is only $5. Everybody has super chatted, Cash App, PayPal me $5 before. You guys, if you're a Patreon member, it's $3, which is only $2 you save, but it's cheaper. I have to get some value to my Patreon members. If you guys want to know exactly how I felt, because during that time, I explained to you why I thought I was going to go into cardiac arrest. I did feel like while all that stuff was going on, I was getting so stressed out every time I would see a post. When I was on the way to the airport, even when I was still in Thailand, my chest was tight. I was so stressed out. But I didn't let you guys see that side of me. If you really know me, you probably could tell that I wasn't, I was a little off, but I was very stressed out. But I talk about all of that in the book. I took my time to write that book for you guys so you guys can have some different content, and I'll be giving you guys something while I'm taking this time off. But support your boy and buy the book. It's only $5. Support your boy and join the Patreon. It's only $4, cheaper than members only. If you are a member, make sure you swap your membership to the Patreon. The Patreons get a lot of benefits. You're going to get discounts on all the products in the store. And majority of those will be on Patreon, so you can buy it directly from Patreon and make sure you get the discount. But I will provide discounts directly for my Patreon members for one-time use. Somebody said stop harassing women. Read the book. I tell you what really happened and how I felt. Read the book. Now, we got 109 people here watching. He said, we got you. Thank you very much. I'm glad to hear that. I got you too. Thank you, DeSantos. Now, we've been putting a lot of time in. Make sure you guys join the email list. Like I said, you sign up, put your email in there. You get discounts, you get a lot of benefits if you join the email list. I've been having people buy the book all day. Thank God for you guys doing it. I really appreciate it. As soon as I posted it, I had a bunch of people go through and buy the book. So I'm telling you guys again, so more people can read the book, and you will get a discount on the next book, because the next book will be a little more expensive because it'll be a little longer and will take more effort and more time and more energy for me to write it. But I'm doing it for you guys. For the Africa series books, which you need to read those, because it's going to be a lot of detailed, a lot of stuff I did not talk about on YouTube, because I went back through my videos in Africa and I'm like, wow, I didn't talk about this in the video. I didn't talk about that in the video. So you'll get a discount on the next one if you buy the first one. I know who bought the first one, who did not. You guys get a one-time discount. I will be going to Bolivia. I don't know if it's Santa Cruz, but I do miss uploading vlogs, you guys. I was watching my Uruguay vlogs, which I think my Uruguay vlogs were the best vlogs today. If you think so, let me know. If you think the Uruguay vlogs were the best, I think they were the best. Behind that, I would have to put Romania, Senegal, because the way how it's edited and the way it's just, those vlogs were very well, if you ask me. High quality product on the website really stepped the whole experience up. Salute. Thank you very much. Which product are you talking about? You talking about the book or the travel guide? In the travel guide, let's talk about what's in the travel guide. I tell you guys exactly where to stay, because, for example, when I was in Uruguay, I'm not done with that one yet, but when I was in Uruguay, I did not stay on the right side of the city, Montevideo. I did not stay on the right side of that city. I ended up having to travel 20 minutes to get to where the action was at. That's something I would tell you in a consultation for $150, but I'm providing it to you for $10 and $20. I will tell you exactly where to stay. If you're Black, I will tell you exactly what clubs you can go to be treated like a damn celebrity. I do talk about that in the travel guide. I tell you guys what restaurants you should try, restaurants I went to that you should try. I tell you guys what sites you should see. I tell you guys how to travel, save on transportation. I tell you everything that you would get in a consultation, but it's in a travel guide. When I woke up this morning, I had one person. He bought I think it was 3 travel guides that I had. And then I had the other travel guides on Patreon and in the Shopify store. So if you guys want to save, if you're planning to travel to Buenos Aires, Montevideo, for sure Salvador. I do one on Rio too. Medellin, I haven't finished that one, but that one's on the list as well. It won't be one on Paraguay, because I know what you guys want. There won't be one on Paraguay. If you guys are looking to go to Bucharest, if you guys are looking to go to Bangkok, if you guys are looking to go to Nairobi, I'd put a lot of information in the Nairobi one. If you guys, because I spent a lot of time there and I went out every single day. If you guys are, and I went all around Nairobi. If you guys are looking for information on that, instead of booking a consultation, you can go to that one. If you guys are looking to go to Dar es Salaam, there's one on that one already. It's already out. I give you guys everything you need to know. And like I said, it's beneficial, because I get to say, yes, it's less, but I keep my time. I write this travel guide one time. You read it as many times as you need to. You can refer back to it every single day. And if you want to talk to me, you can book, we can talk. Yes. If you want to book a consultation, we talk, but it saves time for both of us. You can read it at your own pace. There's no time limit. If you need more information, ask me. I will go type it in the travel guide again and re-upload it and resend it to everybody that already bought that specific travel guide if I missed any information. I tell you guys in Buenos Aires how you should exchange currency, how you can double your currency, where you need to double your currency at. I talk about stuff like that. I even give you guys the names of the buildings of the Airbnbs that I love the most, like in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. That was one of the best Airbnbs I stayed in my life. I mean, the fucking bed would make you not want to get out of bed. And it was in a great location. The staff was excellent. I tell you guys exactly where to go for that. All you got to do is buy the travel guide. So if you have not seen that, go to theaustinholloman.com. Let me book it at the top. right here. So you guys, but if you look in the description, there is a link tree. There is a link tree that has the Patreon, that has all my links, all my social media. It has everything in there. So guys, that's what I'm doing in my free time. I could be going on dates. You said Thailand vlogs were the best. I think that's because I had a woman in the vlogs, but I'm just talking about the way how it was shot and the way how I did it. I think the Thailand vlogs, I don't think they were the best for that, but they were good too, yes. But I was new to that style of vlogging because you guys know my Salvador vlogs were nothing like my Thailand vlogs. Like even as far as the music and that I was using in Thailand was not the best. It was not in Thailand, in Salvador was not the best. Are you coming out with a hard copy of your book? It depends. If we sell 100 copies within the first month, which is not a lot, but if we sell 100 copies within the first month, yes, I would do that. The link tree is in there as well. He said, is any of this proprietary? I don't want something I can just Google. Google will not tell you where you will be treated like a damn celebrity. Yes, you can find the Airbnb that I stayed at, but you will have to go find it. I am telling you guys. A lot of information that you guys are getting from content creators, when you guys are doing consultations, a lot of that information is easy to find. If you do the right research on YouTube, you can find it. That's why I'm giving you guys a travel guide. So, because last thing I want you guys to say is, oh, I booked a $150 consultation with Austin, and it felt like I could have Googled that. Plus, I've been to all these places that I'm writing track. I can talk about this. I spent 5 weeks in Dar es Salaam. I'm pretty sure I know where to tell you to go. Even in the clubs, in the travel guide, in the clubs that I list, go to this place, go to this place, go to this place. I list what day of the week you should go there because I was there for 5 weeks. So I know, okay, these days the club was dead. Tell them to go on Fridays here. Nairobi has a lot of clubs, but all of them are not hidden the same way every day of the week. I'm saving you guys a lot of time, just like a consultation would, for 7 times less of the price. Buy a travel guide. And if you have already bought a travel guide, to clear up any doubts that people are having like this, leave a review. Please leave a review when you read the travel guide, and leave an honest review. So if there is something wrong, I can go back. Leave an honest review. I won't delete it. Leave an honest review. That way people know what they're getting into. Even though I listed it. I listed in the description what you're getting. Leave an honest review. But yes, he said, come on. Yeah, it's basically a scam. If you think me dropping the price of a consultation, because the way how you got to look at it is, I just explained this. I'm not going to keep explaining. If I want to go to Nairobi, because I have people do a consultation for Nairobi, what is it going to be like? Where do I need to go? What do I need to do? I tell you guys how to set up your phone for the phone payments, their version of Cash App in Nairobi. I tell you guys exactly how to set it up, what phone company to go to, what to do. I tell you everything you need to know on a few sheets of paper. You can't beat it. But apparently there's some people that don't. Oh, you weren't talking about me. Yeah, apparently there's some people, yeah. So yeah, he said, I am happy to pay if there's $20 worth of content. Yeah. So yes, but like Mac7114 said, I believe I'm a trusted source. If I was to do some stuff over Paraguay, I would believe I'm a trusted source as well. I've been here for 2 weeks. I'm about to get an apartment. If I want to tell you guys the process, because there is it's not like when I was in Salvador and I just say, oh yeah, here I have the money, my passport. Okay, you can stay here for a year. It's not like that here. There is a process to get an apartment. In Salvador, I did not have to show my bank statements to get an apartment. Here, I have to show bank statements. Even though you're American, you still have to show bank statements. So everywhere is not the same. That's why you guys need to get travel guides or consultations, but travel guides, what we're talking about right now, from somebody that has been there, that has spent time there. I was almost in Buenos Aires 3 weeks. Okay. I'm very observant. So even if I'm somewhere a week, I can give you guys a good gist because most of you guys won't be staying places for a month at a time. I was there 3 weeks. I've been in Thailand this year. I was there 2 weeks last year, and I was there for a month. Then I was there for 2 weeks. Then later on, I went for 2 weeks again. So I've been in Thailand over 2 months in total, in all four major cities that everybody goes to: Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Pattaya, Phuket. I've been in all those places. Okay, I was in Nairobi 4 months. I was in Dar es Salaam 5 weeks. I've never got online and lied to you guys. So for anybody that has a doubt, that's something you're gonna have to deal with in your own mind. Because I don't know how else to convince you. I have the videos to prove that I was in these places. Now, if you feel like the content has gotten dry, stop watching it. Now let's read a couple super chats before we get into it. We have about 181 people watching now. Relationships Haven said, with a $5 super chat, said, "Hi, Austin. I really love the direction your brand is going. Keep up the great work. You are a big inspiration to me." Thank you. I love the direction as well. I love making vlogs. I love doing content. I love being controversial and come up here and talking to you guys and showing you guys how my mind is changing over the years of me being gone. We're getting closer and closer to 2 years. We just passed one, but we're on the way to 2 years of being outside the United States. But yes, I do enjoy having something else to do rather than just doing content, because you can run out of ideas quick, and having to constantly travel does make things very difficult. I'm at peace right now. I've always been at peace, but I'm at even more peace right now because I'm able to sit in one spot and I haven't lost any momentum. I kept moving because I felt like I would lose momentum. Now, did I feel like that in Nairobi? Yes, I felt like I was losing momentum, but I didn't. But you guys do know this is a travel channel. So if I sit in one spot too long, yes, especially because I'm not vlogging where I'm currently at, yes. So yes, thank you very much for the super chat. We got another super chat from Red with the $5 super chat. He says, "Salute, Austin. Great to see you inspiring young men to explore their options abroad. Brothers, get out of the matrix and you will understand." Yes. And that's why I make the guides, so they can really understand. They can know exactly what to do. Each guide is about 7 pages long. For each topic, I put 5 to 10 places you should go to. I put cultural things that you should know before you go to these places. Little things that people do in America that would not be accepted in other places. I put stuff in the travel guide like that as well. Not many places have too many things that we would do differently, but there are some places that do things completely different. You probably won't have to worry about that in Nairobi. But as you guys may know, in Brazil, that is a thing. There's a cultural difference. In Senegal, there's a cultural difference. I only spent 1 week in Senegal and I didn't socialize too much, but I am hiring the girl, the Muslim girl that I was with in Senegal. I'm hiring her. I've already reached out to her and I've already talked to her. I'm hiring her for her to go do a call with me, and we're going to talk about some cultural things that you guys should know, and also places that maybe I missed on the guide. So guys, I'm putting in the effort. This is not easy for me. Okay. I've been spending all day on the computer until my eyes are pretty much strained out and my brain is fried. My mental capacity is gone. I don't want to do anything else. So it's not any easier than me doing vlogs. Okay. It's just doing vlogs is way more expensive because I had to get out and buy stuff and travel and do things. That's more expensive. But I've been to 18 countries now, 18 or 19. And I think I'm at a point now where I can start providing information, paper documented information, not just videos, paper documented information about the things that I've learned in the past 15 months almost. So thank you very much. Bruce said, "Thanks for the guides with the 59 NOK, whatever that is. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate that." The Muslim girl is the guy. The Muslim girl is the girl that had the guy with her while we were walking and we took the thumbnail photo together. She had on like a blue hijab or something like that. That girl. I forgot her name, which I hope she doesn't know. It says Norwegian, there's Nook. Thank you very much. Now, we have 191 people watching. Let's get into the topic for today. For today, and Merry Late Christmas. Well, I already told you guys Merry Christmas. Are liberal societies, yes, the influencer, are liberal societies, are liberal societies or conservative societies better for the passport bros to go to? And we're going to touch on the situation in Colombia as well. Okay. If you are a Muslim, you cannot tell anybody anything because we're talking about Senegal. This is not about how to deal with Muslims. She's from Senegal. That's why I'm hiring her. You can't be from Somalia trying to tell people about Senegal. Okay? It's not the same thing. Don't know if you know that or not. So put a 1 in the chat if you feel like the majority of passport bros are actually supposed to be in liberal societies. And I'm going to tell you guys from my experience what I think. Put a 2 in the chat if you feel like it's conservative. And we're going to talk about who should be in the conservative society. He said, go back to Kenya. I've been thinking about it, but man, I really need to stay here. So put your vote in the chat. 1 for liberal, 1 for liberal, and 2 for conservative. Give you guys about 15 seconds. You got enough people watching to get those pretty quick. Mojo sent me a $20 Cash App earlier. Thank you very much for the Cash App. I truly appreciate you. Salute to you as well. Also, if you guys have not joined the Patreon, I found a card that's not better than Wise, but it's a good substitute for Wise because for some reason Wise decided somebody sent me some money for a donation and they decided to get rid of my account. They deactivated it and I cannot get it back for some reason. Luckily, all I had in that account was that donation. But damn, I can't have that happen. So you guys, you cannot depend on one thing, just like I'm just trying not to depend on YouTube. Any day, YouTube, now I don't make cancel worth content anymore, but any day YouTube could, sorry, I took pre-workout. YouTube could decide to cancel you. And yeah, the Patreon and the online store would be the last option, and Rumble, which I have that as well. Now, let's define liberal. Let's look up the actual liberal definition. We have a lot of people. We actually, it looks like we have an even amount of 1s and 2s. So this should be a good debate. Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. Shutting down. I'm glad I didn't have thousands of dollars in my Wise account. That's too inconvenient. I'm traveling too many places where I can use a card that doesn't charge bank fees and I can convert currencies. I don't have time for that. The only thing the other card is, it only has 30 countries. Wise had way more countries than that. But I mean, it's not worth it if they could just cancel your account at any time. Define, well, let me just ask you, what is a liberal society? What's going on, Travel Time of Paul, with the fire signs in the chat? So it says a liberal society is characterized by a number of key principles and values, including individual rights, which we know that, which is what the United States has going on with this. Oh, I feel like I'm a tomato plant today. Shit, that kind of stuff. Freedom of speech, religion, press. That's some sort of liberalism. For example, China is not very much conservative. North Korea is not either. And so is Vietnam and Cambodia. They are not conservative. And they also do not have freedom of speech. There's a lot of freedoms that they lack there. Doesn't mean that they're chained up like they are in North Korea, but they don't have a lot of freedoms like most places. equality before the law, democratic governance, pluralism, market economy, rule of law, but we're not seeing that's other stuff. We're trying to get into what is liberal society. I'm gonna tell you guys what I think liberal society is, because most of you guys, when we say liberal societies, we're referring to women and relationships and marriage. A place like Uruguay, a place like Argentina, a place like Kenya, a place like, I would even say Cambodia, a place like Zambia, Ghana, in the major cities for sure too as well. Those places will be liberal. Why do I say that? Hookups are very normal in all those places I just named. I'm telling you that because I've been there and I've hooked up in all those places. Okay? Women and female empowerment may not be as strong as it is in the United States or somewhere like England where you can stare at somebody and it's a crime, or stare at a woman and it's a crime. Oh, Brazil as well. How did I forget Brazil? Brazil for sure is a liberal society. Sex being more of a casual thing rather than I need to meet your parents and we need to go on a date. For example, here in Paraguay, I wouldn't call it a liberal society because 90% of the time you are not getting sex on the first date. That doesn't mean you won't get it, but I'm just saying the way how they move is not as liberal as it is somewhere like in Brazil. In Brazil, in Uruguay and Kenya, you can meet somebody and within minutes or a few hours later, you can be up inside of them. Is what I'm trying to tell you. Look, y'all are talking and y'all talking crazy in the comments. Okay. I never said China wasn't conservative. You're not listening to what I just said. Listen to the video. Those societies, women will be a lot more free. Freedom of speech is there. You have a sense of freedom in every aspect of life. In a conservative society, somewhere like Vietnam, I've been to Vietnam. I'm telling you, and I can even tell you from the vibe I was getting from the women. Hooking up is not saying you can't do it, but hooking up is not a thing. Otherwise, men would flock there. It's the same way how y'all are doing in Thailand and Brazil and Colombia. And even I heard in Colombia, the only reason y'all are hooking up is because y'all are getting with the women that the locals don't want. For the most part, that's what I heard. I haven't dated enough Colombian women to know that. Okay. Now, also in conservative societies, especially deeply conservative societies like Vietnam, Cambodia, China, you cannot say what the hell you want, especially not online. In China, they have a thing, even in private DM messages, where if you are sending something that is talking bad about the CCP, the government, the message won't even make it to the receiver. If I wanted to say, oh, the CCP is super corrupt or anything that's bad about the CCP, you would click send and the other person will never get the message. And then on top of that, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure in China, they will come after you for that. China is also a place where if you jaywalk, they put you on the screen to shame you in front of everybody. So it doesn't sound too far-fetched that they would probably come get you. They have in conservative societies, they usually have an extreme big brother type of government where they are watching everything. Most of these passport bros, the way how y'all behave in the DR, which is also a liberal society from what I've been seeing, the way how y'all behave in the DR, other Central American countries, the way how y'all behave in Brazil and Colombia, in Thailand for sure, you would not last long in somewhere like Vietnam or somewhere like Cambodia or somewhere like China. Okay. Those countries also don't have the same issue of a bunch of women dying alone. Japan is, I've never been, but from what I've been seeing, Japan is pretty much, it seems like it's pretty liberal to me based off what I've been hearing and seeing. they also have a lot of women that will die alone, just like they do in the United States. Okay. I said China is pretty much conservative. I would never say China's not conservative. I would never say that. Why would I say that? Now, I'm going to have to say this. It depends on what you guys want. Thank you, Stan, for joining the Patreon. I truly appreciate you. Thank you, everybody that's joining the Patreon. What do you guys want? I want to hear what you guys think about what do most of these travelers, passport bros want. What do they want when they go to these countries, and why do they pick those countries that they go to? I'm going to let you guys say it in the chat first. Give it about 15 more seconds, see what you guys think. Oh, we got a blood moon out tonight over here. This is a very nice apartment I'm staying at. A very nice apartment. The only reason I'm here is because my Airbnb host messaged me this morning like, hey, we have a family emergency. We need the room back, which I did not know they could do that. I didn't have any problem with it, but it was like, damn. I liked where I was at. But this place is nice too, so I won't do too much complaining. If any other YouTuber is promoting their channel or any other thing that they're selling for their own benefit that I would not benefit off of, ban them from the chat. We will not have that. You will not go into McDonald's and promote Chick-fil-A. You won't do that here either. Now, it looks like a lot of people are saying stuff like this. We have a super chat right here from Unknown with a $5 super chat. He says, let's be real, passport bros do not do the best in countries with lots of pay for play. And we're going to dig into that because they are too lazy to learn the language. An example to what he's saying. Where do all the passport bros go that do not speak Portuguese? And a lot of them have not worked on themselves. Where do a lot of them go when they go to Brazil? They don't go to Salvador. They don't go there. They try. They go to Rio, the tourist destination that's been the hottest tourist destination in Brazil for damn near a century, it seems like. They go there because there's lots of pay for play. Because those women are used to tourists, even if they're not American, they're used to tourists. Meaning that you have a lot of bottom feeders that are looking for tourists to take advantage of, or just looking to be pay for play. Usually in these cities where there's a lot of pay for play, a lot of passport bros are getting robbed. Another one, Salvador. You guys don't go there. I was there because I speak Portuguese. I worked on myself. I had a great time in Salvador. I know some dudes that went to Bahia, Salvador, Bahia, and they got no play the entire time they were there because they did not speak the language and they did not work on themselves enough. And Brazilian women want you to look good as well. They do. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, they want you to look good as well. Another place a lot of us go to is Dennis just joined the Patreon. Thank you very much. Make sure you buy the book, you guys, not just the Patreon. Go buy the book. Support the super chats. We don't have to do those, you guys. Just buy the book. I appreciate the super chats too, but just buy the book or a travel guide. Now, a lot of you guys, when you guys go to Colombia, there's many, many cities in Colombia, but there's two cities that you guys go to. You guys go to Medellin and Cartagena. I've been to Medellin. There's a lot of pay for play. I mean, a lot. It's almost like going to Thailand and saying you didn't pay. I think the majority of us that are going anywhere from 5 to 15 days, if you go to Medellin, you are paying at some point. Can you not pay? Yes, because I had women that I was just dealing with. Yes. Will you pay? The chances are extremely high. The chances that you said you're chubby, you can pull some Latinas. I'd like to know from where. The chances are extremely high because Medellin is flooded with tourists, and those women are used to tourists to the point where they have. I was at a steakhouse in Medellin. They had a sign on the wall that said, "Beware of the sex tourists," and it had a flip flop being stepped on by a high heel. That's how many tourists are in Medellin. So you cannot tell me Medellin is not a pay for play zone. He said you paid too. I'm not saying I did. I'm doing research. I'm doing observations and research for you guys so I can relay this information. That this is a research channel. I'm a self-proclaimed journalist. Not really a journalist, but that's what I call it. It's journalism. Basically, if you look up the definition. Now, you guys are going to Medellin and Cartagena where they're known for getting scoped. Why are you guys going to the same area? Because the majority of you guys that are going to those cities just want to fuck. You guys just want to fuck. That's the reason why I didn't see a lot of y'all in Senegal. I don't think I seen one of y'all. I seen a lot of y'all in Ghana. Ghana has a lot of pay for play. A lot of pay for play in Ghana. I seen a lot of y'all in Nairobi. Nairobi is very sexualized. Not so much pay for play is there, but the women are just they're on the same time as you guys that want to do pay for play. So you guys wouldn't have an issue in Nairobi. I did not see a lot of you guys in Tanzania. Tanzania does have pay for play, but it's not necessary. You can hook up for sure because I did, but many times. But it's not really a hookup culture. Okay, you have to stay a pretty good amount of time to experience the hookup culture, the ones that are willing to do hookup culture. I'm not saying pay for play is lame. I'm just giving you guys an observation. Places I've been to where there's not a lot of us, but it's still liberal. It's places like Montevideo, Uruguay, Buenos Aires, Argentina. A lot of you guys are not there. They're not used to dealing with a lot of us. In Uruguay, it was plenty of times I had all the eyes on me in the room. You guys go to Sosua. You guys flood Sosua. I've heard, I haven't been, but there's other cities in the DR that you guys could be going to, but they're not like Pattaya. They're not like Angel City in the Philippines. They're not like Rio, and they're not like Medellin or Cartagena. So you guys don't go there. One thing you guys need to do as well is stop flooding the same places. If you guys are not into pay for play, you do not need to go to Medellin. You can go to Buenos Aires. You need a lot of time there, but you can go to Buenos Aires. You can go to Salvador. You just need to learn Spanish or Portuguese before you go to these places. But a lot of you guys don't want to learn a language. These guys that go to these liberal societies that had look at the patterns. High amounts of pay for play, extreme amounts of promiscuous women, if it's not pay for play, and you don't have to learn a language. Why do you think so many of us are in Thailand? What do you need to learn to go to Thailand? I've been in Thailand well over 2 months this year. I don't recall having to learn any Thai. Now, if you want to learn Thai to know what people around you are saying, that makes sense. But you do not need to learn Thai. What are you guys doing when you go there? If you're not paying for play, I mean, which a lot of you are wifing up prostitutes and if former prostitutes, or you're getting the bottom feeders, the beautiful bottom feeders that will go with anybody. That's what a lot of y'all are doing. This is why I travel to countries people don't go to, so I can figure this out. Had I stayed in Medellin, Rio, the cities in Thailand, Manila, Nairobi, which a lot of people don't go there. There's a lot of us there, but compared to the other places, a lot of us don't go there. Had I stayed in those places, I would not know this. I would still think the women that you got, and I've done this before, the women that you guys are dealing with in these societies, a lot of you guys should not be dealing with, including myself. I've learned it now and I'm not doing it anymore. That's why I'm talking about it. But just recently, I was dealing with a lot of women that I shouldn't have dealt with. You guys go to liberal societies and you get party girls. Yes, they do serve a purpose. Yes, they're good for something. They're good for something. Look at how many dudes are drooling behind Kate. Kate doesn't seem conservative at all. Kesa does not seem conservative at all, but you guys drooled behind them because y'all ain't got no standards. Because y'all don't go to places that make your mind grow and that will eventually teach you what type of women you should be dealing with. That's what you guys are dealing with. Thank you for the super chat. D-Max says, it seems like everyone who goes to the DR visits one of these places, Sasua, Boca Chica, or Punta Playa, where there are nothing but bottom feeders. Yes, I haven't been to the DR, but I have heard that information as well. A lot of you guys don't go to Madagascar. You can't say, oh, it's too far or it's too expensive to get to. You can fly to Madagascar for the same price that you guys are flying to go even further to Thailand. When I went to Thailand, I went from Dallas to Qatar to Thailand. I could have went Dallas, Qatar, or Ethiopia, Dallas to Ethiopia to Madagascar. I could have got to Madagascar in a shorter period of time. Ethiopia to Madagascar, I believe, is about a 5-hour flight. Okay, it was damn near 8 hours from Qatar to Bangkok. There's nothing wrong with pay for play. There's nothing wrong with that. Do what you want. But we are just doing observations right now. Now, somebody like me at this day of December 28th, 2023, could I survive in a conservative society? Yes, because I have a lot of stuff that I need to do with my channel and my name, like writing books. I have time. I don't have to go back to the United States. I don't have any commitment anywhere. I can stay wherever I want. And if it takes me 3 months to be in Senegal to find somebody that I'm interested in, so be it. Do I want to do that? No. But that's what it would be. Somewhere here like Paraguay is going to be a lot slower. It's going to be too slow for a lot of you guys. I heard guys say, oh, I'm going to Paraguay. I'm in the DR. Do not come down here. You will be sadly disappointed. You will stick out in a negative way. See, I stick out in a positive way. I know how to carry myself. That's why I can go to liberal and conservative societies. A lot of you guys don't. Thank you for the super chat. We have another message that I wanted to read. The men in these countries already got the best women. Most travelers are getting scraps. I talked about this in my last video that I was sitting on the couch talking about us being like Zoe. Shout out to him about us being Captain Saberhoes. When you look back at it, if you look at my videos and then you analyze the women that's in my videos, I've been Captain Saberho. Now, was I trying to save that hoe? No, because I know that I'm moving around the world. Not right now, but I'm still moving around the world. So I can't save her. She can't go with me to the next country. That's not gonna happen. Where I'm at now, I'm not playing Captain Saberho. You can ask Travel Time with Paul. We talk every day. He's been on my ass for months about the type of women that I was picking, and it did not click until I got to South America, and I saw when I got to Buenos Aires in Uruguay, Montevideo, Uruguay, and I saw all the beautiful women. I'm like, ooh, you know what? I have been dating the wrong women. I'm getting a little off topic though. But for people that have been to Paraguay, you know what it's like here. I know what it's like here too. And I know it's not for everybody. Everybody does not belong in Paraguay. Is that true also? When you look at the most beautiful women in these countries, are they with a foreigner or a local man? I'm going to tell you right now, the most beautiful women are with a local. Can you find some that will date a foreigner? Yes, it is not that damn easy to get the quality women. Guys, I met women here recently in the past couple of weeks where I'm at now, and they are skeptical. I mean, will they deal with you short term? Maybe so. But they want to know when you're leaving. Do you have an apartment here? That's the advantage a local has over you. You may have the advantage of, oh, I have a higher status of, finances and all that kind of shit that comes with being American. But when it comes to dealing with quality women, they don't really care. I mean, all of them care, but it's not at the top of it. You staying in that country longer than 7 days is a bigger priority than where you're from and what color your passport is. I'm telling you. I've been gone for 15 months now. I'm telling you. Like Anonymous said, they don't want to be pumped and dumped. You do have women in these societies that, like, for example, in Uruguay, there's a lot of women that don't want to deal with foreigners like that because they know that, hey, he might, especially if you're black, right? Because we stand out in places like Buenos Aires and Uruguay because there's not a lot of us there. So they know, oh, he's probably just passing through. So they will pass through on you as well. But you do have certain women in certain areas, like clubs, that have no problem dealing with you. But those women are also short term as well. I'm here in Paraguay. Paul can tell you. If Paul's in the chat, put a 1 in the chat. I talk to Paul every day. There's been numerous amounts of women that, and I can't hide my social media. I've tried. The women will see my name on WhatsApp and they'll go type it in on Google. And then all of a sudden they're following me on Instagram and they say, I didn't know you were a YouTuber. I found you on YouTube too. A lot of those women have been just disappearing like the Casper ghost because maybe I need to be here another 6 months for them to realize, okay, maybe he's not going nowhere. Then they might circle back. But they have some very beautiful women here in Paraguay. And I'm telling you, those really, really beautiful women are not with foreigners. It's a handful of them that are. Okay? Even if it's a liberal society like Uruguay, where you can hook up and fuck as much as you want. There's a certain type of woman that's going to let you do that in Uruguay. Not all of them. Those women usually know English. That's a problem. Not always, but it can be a problem. I see what you're saying about, so I can't read that right now. A lot of people here are asking me if I'm Brazilian. A lot of people do walk up to me speaking Portuguese. I've had to show people my passport to know I'm from the United States. Like they still think that I'm Brazilian because there are some Brazilian men that do learn English and pretend like they're American. In Brazil, I've seen that in Salvador where they would speak English and tell other Brazilian women that they were from the United States for whatever reason. I don't know why. Even in Brazil, I know men personally. I know a lot of men. A lot of you guys are not getting the best women in Brazil. You're not, including me. When I was there, now if I went back now, I have a different mindset. Last year when I was in Brazil, I just wanted to fuck a bunch of beautiful women. That was beautiful to me at the time. Now, those women are average. I've been exposed to too many women now to think that a lot of the women I dealt with in the past were beautiful. Patrick says, I look dusty because I haven't got my hair cut, asshole. Patrick says, Austin, you have learned, but thank you. Somebody just bought a travel guide. Let's see what travel guide they bought. They bought a Nairobi travel guide. Please leave a review, Mr. K. I don't know if you want me to say your name. Please leave a review so other people can know what they're getting into. That's your second order on the store. Thank you very much. Tomorrow I'll be working on more travel guides, but I'm looking for an apartment tomorrow as well. You have learned, but other guys have to get their fix. Guys are sexually starved in America, hence the locations and purpose. These few men that get clarity like you became expats, or become, whatever you said, become expats. Now, again, like I said, that was me as well. I was in the United States. You guys know that I had the same complaints that a lot of you guys have. So I went and I got that all out. By the time I got to Nairobi, I was like, okay, I've fucked enough women. Now, what they look like matters way more. Who their family is matters way more. Like Andre from Love Crossing Borders said, when he was meeting women, but he's married now, he wanted to know who her family was. That's how I think now too. So when I meet women, oh, what kind of work does your dad do? What does your mom do? Where do y'all live at? What neighborhood do y'all live in? Because for this nice apartment that I'm at now, even though it's an Airbnb, we always brag about how we're at the top of the socio status and all that. Why the hell do you go get somebody and do what you want? I don't care, but I'm just saying, why do you get somebody that comes from nothing? Not saying all women that come from nothing are bad either, but a lot of times, the majority of the time, these women that come from nothing move like they have nothing to lose because they don't. And for you to be on such a high socioeconomic status, why would you reach to the bottom of the totem pole? You know, Jay-Z is married to Beyonce. Not that girl that went viral for working at fucking Home Depot and exposing Shaq. You see what she did? She works at Home Depot and she exposed somebody that's damn near a billionaire that's known world that is an ultra fucking celebrity. That's what women that have nothing to do lose. That's what they lose. That's women that have nothing to lose do. Shit. Will it be that bad in other countries? No, the women in other countries do have a little more respect. Even the bottom feeders have a little more respect than they would in the States. But usually, guys, I know men that have, I don't know men, but I know men that know of men that have been killed by the women in the country that they chose to deal with. Those women were not lawyers, or they didn't come from a family that was middle class or rich. Those women that do dumb shit like that are women that they get from the favelas. Let me stress this again. I have met women from the favelas that are great people, but usually they have a strong poverty mindset, that cannot be shaken. This is the mindset that you guys go over there with. You go to these countries and you get bottom feeders. I was at the mall yesterday. Let me tell you about Uruguay and Paraguay. The women here are going to be a lot more quality, and you're going to have your shit together. You cannot be a 7-day traveler. Weekend warrior, none of that. You actually need to have your shit together. The women here work every day. A lot of them don't work at the grocery store. They do, but a lot of them are not just working at the grocery store. A lot of them have actual careers. I've met doctors. I've met women that work in good positions in the finance company. I've met other influencers. I've met a lot of women of a higher quality that I did not meet in Brazil. Is that to say that that's not there? Because I had women in Brazil that had careers, but is that to say that's not there, or is that my mindset? It's both. My mindset was different. That's why I'm telling you guys ahead of time. But you're gonna have to find out for yourself. You're gonna have to find out for yourself, like I did. But remember this message that I'm giving you. Get what you deserve. If you only attract bottom feeders, that don't mean that you're a bottom feeder, but maybe that's what you're ready for right now. And deal with bottom feeders accordingly, meaning use condoms, do not girlfriend them, deal with them accordingly. Okay? Women in Buenos Aires, I'm telling you guys, the southern part of South America is completely different than where everybody else goes. The north is a bunch, you guys are dealing with a bunch of hookers and hoes in the north. If you come to Buenos Aires, Uruguay, that's not going to be the case. Pay for play was not big in these last 3 countries I've been to. It's not. That doesn't mean it's not there, but it is not big. I like during the daytime, let me say this, during the week and during the daytime, I like Paseo La Galleria more. There's a lot more action in there. And at night, or on Sunday nights, I like Shopping Del Sol. Somebody anonymous asked, are the women in the southern part of South America traditional? It depends. Like I told you guys, Uruguay is a liberal society. Buenos Aires is as well. But I'm telling you the experience that people like Andre from Love Crossing Borders talks about he gets in Cali is more likely you will find a traditional woman in Buenos Aires as opposed to Rio or Medellin. Same goes for Montevideo, Uruguay. Now, does that mean Latinas or women on this side of the world are perfect? Absolutely not. It seems like it. It really does. It really does seem like they're perfect for me. But if you have trust issues, you will struggle in Latin America. And for people that have dated in Latin America, you know about how the culture is and adultery. It's not uncommon here. Does that mean you will have a woman that is committing adultery? No. But I will tell you this. If you have a woman that you are dating in Latin America and you are gone out of her reach within 30 minutes, 20 minutes, longer than a week, you have a problem. The same goes for Kenya. Women that, because we know Latinas have high sex drives, generally speaking. So do women in Kenya. Yeah, that means you can't basically leave them by themselves for too long. Let's know that. Now, Unknown says, I could care less about a woman's finances. He just cares about the looks and the submissiveness. Correct. Do I? I'm what here? Here's the reason why I'm bringing up women having a career. Do I care that, oh, she looks like she has opportunity? She looks like she got a good job. When I say that, I'm not saying that as if I want this motherfucker to pay my bills. I'm saying that because that shows responsibility. When you guys are dealing with bottom feeders, you guys are dealing with women that, and I'm telling you because I have had both mindsets now. You guys know when I first started, I was like, oh, she could be poor. All she got to do is be nice to me. I don't think like that anymore. When you guys are dealing with bottom feeders that have no responsibilities, when they approach you and they deal with you, you also are not a responsibility. Women that have something going for themselves, that were raised a certain type of way, and I'm telling you this from dealing here, from being in Paraguay, those women treat you as if you are a responsibility. I have women that I've been dating in Paraguay. They're not rich, but they have responsibilities. So it's pleasant to be around them. They're not asking me for shit all the time. They will hold hands in public, but they do not like to kiss in public. Their reputation is a responsibility to them as well. A lot of these women that you guys are dealing with do not deal with women that really care about their reputation at all. You guys have seen me deal with women that do not care about their reputation at all. You guys have, there's been plenty of women in my videos, you guys know, that do not care about their reputation. Now, Anonymous asks, are they submissive to you? I don't use the word submissive. I don't. I don't, because I have to this day is there's so many different definitions to the word submissive. I don't know what submissive is. Some of you guys, when you guys say submissive, it sounds like you want to have a damn leash around her neck. And I don't want a motherfucker that I feel like I gotta control. I want somebody that is gonna be worried about my best interests. You do not have to worry. You do not have to control somebody for them to be worried about your best interest. You know, if you guys have ever been a business owner, and I'm telling you this because I used to have a barbershop, and the people that are in my Enlightened Western Men WhatsApp group have my best interests. The Art of Will, Gavin Turner, Jeff, I do not have to control them. These guys promote my content, share my content, give me new ideas, mod my chat. I don't have to tell them to do that. I don't have to control them to do that. They're in my inner circle because from what I can see, they have my best interest. So now, in this mindset I'm in now, I deal with women that have my best interest as well. That's why I don't hide my social media from them. My whole red pill shit, that's not really a thing on this channel anymore like it used to be. Cooperative is the word, yes. Those women that are offended by my channel can kiss my ass because there's nothing wrong with my channel anymore. These opinions, if a woman is offended by anything I say in this live stream, she can kick rocks. She can either realize what I'm talking about or she can kick rocks. She doesn't have my best interest. A woman that has a good, if she's offended by your content, a woman with some common sense will ask you, why do you say the things that you do? Women that have a head on them shoulders will not assume shit. and kick you to the curb. I've said this before. Dead weight will get rid of itself. Everything happens for a reason. You guys remember when I told you when I was in Uruguay and I got the girl's number at the gym? And she saw me walking around the mall asking women, where's the best gym at? And she told me that I was objectifying women, so she didn't want to go to date with me anymore. Bye, motherfucker. You don't want to go on a date with me because I was vlogging your country in a positive way and I decided to ask women where the best gym was at? You definitely don't have you'll be a fucking problem every day in my life. Get the hell away from me. I don't want to see you ever again. Bye. The fuck, you act like you the only one in the world. Did I say any of that? No. I was just like, okay. I mean, at first I asked her, so you think that's objectifying women? Oh, that's crazy. Okay, well, nice meeting you. Bye. Fuck away from me. Because now I'm going to be tiptoeing. Another way you guys can recognize these bottom feeders in these liberal societies. I had a woman. Yes, this is where most passport bros fail. I had a woman recently, 2 months ago, tried to break me down by pointing at little flaws I had. Oh, I noticed you do this. I noticed you do that. I noticed this. She's a bottom feeder as well, because she has a fucking mental illness called insecurity. People that have insecurities are also dead weight. They too will remove themselves. If you're confident and you are sure about yourself like Austin Holloman, a woman with insecurities does not last long around you, because you cannot break me. Especially thanks to you guys. You guys leave such positive comments. If a woman ever says something to me, try to break me down, then yeah, it's not going to work. So she will demolish it and get rid of herself. The women that I've had the best relationships with, that's been friends with me forever, have not done that. For example, somebody like Crystal in Nairobi. She's never, and I'm not saying that I'm not open to criticism because y'all know I am. She's never tried to pick at my flaws to try to level me down here with her. Not saying she's down there. I'm just saying try to level me down with her. I know a lot of you guys go to these countries and you get with women that do that, and you allow them to walk over you worse than the American women. Because you guys hate American women so much, especially you guys in Asia. You guys in Asia do this. I notice a lot of guys in Asia do this. You guys hate American women so much, you give the Asian women the pass with all the same shit that the American women can't pass with. See, I don't like American women either. I don't hate them. When I say I don't like them, that just means I don't care for them. But I do not give the foreign chicks a pass. And if I did, I'm grown out of that. Okay? If you are enjoying this monologue today, buy the book. The Austin Holloman is pinned at the top of the chat. See, I'm not begging you. I'm giving you something in return. I mean, I was always giving you content in return, but now I'm giving you something feasible in return that you can look at and you can review days on end. Buy the book. We need to hear some more Shopify dollar register, cash register pings go off, because I wrote this book and I need you guys to read it. I need you guys to read The Travel Guide. I need to know that I didn't write this for no reason. I haven't wrote it for no reason because people have been buying it, but I need more people. I'm insecure. I need people to validate me by buying the book. There you go. A lot of you guys are going to Asia, like Anonymous just said. You guys are dating women that mimic black women. And I'm going to tell you guys this: when I go to Paraguay, when I go to Romania, if I go to Thailand, I want the women that are very Thai, that are very Romanian, that are very Uruguayan, very Argentine, very Brazilian. I don't need you to behave like a Black American woman. I could have stayed in Black America for that. Get the women that will give you a culture shock. That's why I fell in love with Brazil, because it was a culture shock. These women that you guys are also dealing with see you guys as cash registers, and you guys let it happen. If she's not paid for play, why are you with a woman that sees you as a cash register? Well, money does matter, yes, but you should not ever feel like you are a cash register. Why are you guys going to Westlands, Nairobi? Why are you guys going to Copacabana? Why are you going to Park Yetis? I had enough of y'all in Park Yetis. I had enough of y'all. I seen a dude walk around Park Yetis, and he has a bunch of pay for play women on the side of the street doing all this shit. Me, you can't fool me. I've been there. They did that for me and the 300-pound guy behind me. You're not fooling me. But why are you guys going to those places? Dealing with the bottom feeders. We have another super chat, but to answer Anonymous' question, he said, "Are they submissive to you?" We don't know, or I don't know, because I don't know how to define submissive. Somebody give me a definition of submissive, because submissive, from what I've seen, is sit in the corner and shut the hell up. That's what a lot of people have been describing it as. But let me know, because I don't know. I don't know. God of Money says, "What are the pros and cons of Latinas versus Black women?" Latinas, now I'm assuming you're going to be talking about white and mestizo Latinas versus Black American women. I'm going to tell you this: the majority of the Black American women that I had, not all of them, because I did have some that were different, were kind of like the African women. Okay, majority, damn near all, almost all. There's a handful of African women that showed affection. Could have been me, could have been the ones I was picking, but I've heard other dudes agree with me. Latina women do, this is why I say that they're damn near perfect. They do everything that we want. Cook, or what Kevin Samuels used to say, sex, sandwich, silence. I don't find myself arguing with the Latinas a lot. I really don't. Black, white, and mestizo, I don't find myself arguing with them a lot. Not all, but a lot of them do know how to cook. And sex is never a problem. In the United States, you guys do know a lot of us have been put in a situation by Black American women where sex is a problem. It's an extreme weapon. Sex is a weapon in the United States. It's weaponized against you from all races, but with Black American women in specific, we're talking about now. But it's not just them. Silence is not a thing. You guys have seen women slap men, argue at men. A lot of stuff. It's not that silent. And a sandwich, forget about that shit. They don't even make a sandwich for their own damn self. How the fuck they gonna make a sandwich for you? Thank you for the super chat. Uncle Luke sent a $10 super chat. He says, shout out to Austin, currently having a great time in Cartagena, Colombia. I always enjoy your content. I've watched you grow since leaving the Matrix. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. I'm glad you are enjoying yourself, and thank you for the super chat. I'm glad everybody in the chat is enjoying the monologue today. That's the pre-workout. Got my mind working today. I got a pre-workout I take to hit the weights as hard as I can, and I got a pre-workout to hit the weights, but it also makes my mind smarter for some reason. There's something in that one. I love the Latinas too. That's why I told y'all it's black, and then it's Latina number 2. But the longer I stay in the southern part of South America, the Latinas do compete heavy with the black Latinas. There's some competition for sure. Thank you for the super chat. Now, I'm going to get to that too. Skyview Photography of the Triad sent a $2 super chat. He says, always remember the iron rules of Tomasi. I'm not really I can't say I'm not a fan of Tomasi, but I don't know much of his work, but it's something about him. But I'm not going to judge him because I don't know. Thank you for the super chat. Somebody asked me, am I still drinking the yerba mate tea? I actually just bought some more today, but I was drinking it so much, it was starting to give me anxiety. So I had to take a break from it. Like caffeine used to give me anxiety, and then yerba mate stopped giving me, it didn't give me anxiety. Now it's reversed. Now caffeine makes me more confident, and yerba mate will make me timid. That's when you know it's time to take breaks. When stimulants start to give you timidness, it's time to switch them. Now, I'm going to take a short break for like 70 seconds. And what I want you guys to do to support is to buy the book. Click the link at the top. The Austin Holloman. Is it pinned at the top? The Austin Holloman. TheAustinHolloman.com. Sign up for the Patreon. But more importantly, go to the shop. Buy the Blowing Up in the Spot, What Really Happened in Brazil book, and buy yourself a travel guide for your own benefit. I already know all this stuff. I'm bringing it to you for you to benefit. See, I'm the doctor. I learned how to do it, and now I'm here to fix you. That's how you should look at it. But I'm going to use, and we're going to cover your super chat when I get back. Big boss. But listen to the music, and I'm going to go to the bathroom. All right. We are back. Also, another thing that I forgot. If you guys like tattoos, if you guys like cigars, I put that in the travel guide. Not everybody does those things, but if you do like them, I put enough information to the point where you would know where to get a damn cigar and a tattoo. I tell you guys everything I was doing. It's enough information. Now the next super chat is from Big Boss Real Talk. He says submissive is to purposely place your own self under someone else's leadership, guidance, and directions. I've heard that. Similar as an employee or employer dynamic. So somebody asked me, anonymous asked me, is that what I'm experiencing here in Latin America in the past 3 countries? I can't speak on. I'm gonna speak more. Let me just say this. To answer your question, yes. And I would agree with this, that it is to put yourself under someone else's leadership, guidance, and directions. Yes, I would put it under that. Do you experience that in a Latin American country for the most part? Absolutely. Absolutely. I've heard other people say otherwise. It really depends on what you value. Yeah, they're not going to be as submissive as African women. African women can be extremely submissive, but they are very cold at the same time. We all know Latin women are not cold at all. They love to express romance, and they love to show romance and show interest, and they are very affectionate, let's say. So will you experience that in Latin America? Yes. Are they more submissive in Africa? I would say yes too, but it depends on what you value. I would rather have somebody that's less submissive and make me feel good and like to, to kiss up on me and do all the other little shit that, that makes the relationship more interesting than have somebody that feels like they're just a child almost. And I'm not saying African women are children. I'm just making a comparison. Profoy says with 150, I believe this is, I don't know what that is. Have you considered women as your equal in that both share the same rights regarding being partners instead of being submissive to men? In Uruguay, that's Uruguay, that's what I thought it was. In Uruguay, we respect men and women at the same basis. I do too. But I have a sense of reality as well, right? I do know that they're not the same. Like literally down to the physical and the bone structure, we're not the same. Like scientists can find a fucking human fossil from the Roman Empire and tell you if he was a male or female. So we're not the same. But I do believe, yes, we have the same rights. Should women be able to drive? Yes. I'm pretty sure there's a reason why they couldn't before, though. Based off the women I've known always wrecking cars, they're very good at wrecking cars. They're very good at participating in road rage as well. Women having the right to vote doesn't bother me if they have the right to vote at all. I don't think about it. It doesn't bother me. Is there a reason why they didn't before? There most likely is a reason why before that they didn't. Should women be able to have their own bank account? Yes. Yes. None of this stuff bothers me. I don't think about this kind of stuff. But I do know why things used to be the way they used to be. I do know that. But so, like I said, I don't use the word submissive. I just like somebody that's cooperative. I don't want to hear you nagging in my ear all the time. I know women nag, but I don't want to hear it all the goddamn. I don't want you to disagree with you can have an opinion for sure. If you're in my household or in my life in general, you can have an opinion, but goddamn, if you disagree about everything, that's male or female. If I got a homeboy or a girlfriend that's disagreeing with me about everything, that won't last long. Eventually, I'm gonna scrap that. That's just unnecessary stress. Thank you for the super chat. Gail at Night says, I'm super proud of you and your growth. Just come through to show you some love. Live life and take care. Thank you very much for always being there. I remember you since I was back in Dallas. I truly appreciate it. I'm glad that you are realizing that being abroad has really taught me a lot of things, and I'm being completely open and honest about everything. Now, Anonymous says, what about feminism is evident in these countries? I need you to elaborate a little more. But in the past 3 countries that I've been to where feminism is evident, you know, in Brazil, they use the word machisto. I think in Spanish it's macho or something like that. I don't know. The women do say stuff like that, but it's not like I told you guys before. Uruguay, I had the girl that said I was objectifying women. That's some shit. And she spoke English too. Keep that in mind. The English is always the connector to the bullshit. Can you find women that don't speak English that believe in feminism and all that? Yes, but it's not as strong and not as delusional as it is in the States. Like, you're very delusional if you think me asking a woman for directions is objectifying them. I mean, I can't fathom why somebody would think that is objectifying. So that type of delusion is common if they speak English, like I told you guys. Other than that, it's not, because if there's a lot of feminism, you'll hear me do a lot of complaining. And I'm not really doing, besides promiscuity, I mean, yes, there's plenty of promiscuous women in Latin America as a whole. But other than that, not really. Good night, Gail. Young Villain is a member for 4 months. Thank you very much. And he says, can you elaborate on the future of your YouTube subscription and the Patreon? So right now I'm waiting until I can get probably double the amount of people that's on my subscription, my YouTube subscription on Patreon. I'm telling you guys to move to the Patreon because I won't be posting at all on members only. Like, the Patreon is the new members only. So the future for members only is getting scratched. So that's, again, sign up for the Patreon. But the Patreon has more valuable stuff than my members only. And my members only had valuable stuff, but it was mostly about dating. Now I have dating, things you need to know about living abroad, like visas and stuff like that, and where to do this and that. And then I have, for people that pay a little extra, my guide on becoming a successful YouTuber, my guide. Blake says, haha, line of the month. English is always connected to bullshit. I've been saying that since I was in Brazil. The Brazilian women I met that spoke fluent English, we didn't get along. A handful of us did. Like 3 of us. 3 of them. 3 Brazilian women I knew that spoke English, I was able to keep around. The other ones, I just couldn't do it. It was too much. I might as well have just been back in Texas. We have another super chat from Big Boss Real Talk. He says, both are equal in value / worth, not in role or function. Yes, the role of a man is not the same as a woman. And biology will tell you that. I cannot carry a baby, but a woman can. That's a different role. That's a different function of the body. They're not the same. I don't know why people think that we are the same. But yeah. So Profoy says, funny how lazy some of you sound. You should take cooking classes. Now, about women cooking. She does not have to. My mother used to cook for me 3 meals a day. 2 meals, but on the weekends. And really, let's say this, it'd be 3 on the weekends and 1 during the weekdays because we'd be at school. And maybe 2 if she cooked breakfast. That's what I grew up. I was used to that growing up. that was the first woman in my life that I was around constantly. So whenever I look for women that I really like, is it a disqualifier because they don't know how to cook? No, but it can be learned. That's why it's not a disqualifier. But it does matter to a certain degree. But we're wrapping up this topic. We're at about an hour and a half. I've been going off for about an hour and a half. Let me know what you guys, what else you would like to hear. But I need more people to get the book. Join the Patreon. Sign up for the book. Let's visit the website so you guys know. So you guys can see what I'm talking about. Somebody said I look dusty. I'm telling you guys, I might cut my hair after the stream. I might cut it tomorrow. I'm going to cut it tomorrow if I don't cut it tonight. So here we have the website. It looks different on the phone. I like how it looks better on the phone, but this is what it looks like on desktop. Most of you guys will be on the phone though. At the top, you have the home, of course, which is home. The goal. The goal is why I do what I do, why I'm on YouTube, why I made this website, why you should participate in the stuff that I'm offering to you. That's what this page is about. A short summary of myself, I guess, and why I'm here. Then you have products. You have travel guide. Right now, we have the Nairobi travel guide. It's priced at 40, but right now it's at 20. That's the only one that's on sale. I need to fix this photo right here. But we have Uruguay. That one is up already. We have Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. That one has a little more information than the Uruguay, so that one is $30 for that reason. Buenos Aires is 20. That one has information, valuable information, because I was there almost 3 weeks. And then we have Salvador Bahia, which there's a lot of information in that one. I give you guys a summary. Do you not have the money for a consultation? Well, I have good news for you. Now I have given the same consultation information for a fraction of the price, making it available to everybody. Do not visit Salvador without this travel guide. What is in the guide? Where to stay? Must know cultural differences, which you guys know I know. Historical sites and nature sites you should see. Best clubs and bars from my point of view, meaning that no, I did not just Google this stuff. Because I Googled it to see, because I was like, maybe I missed some names I didn't remember. I Googled best clubs and bars in Salvador. All the ones that popped up, I had never heard of. And I went and looked at them, and they were a bar or club that I would never go to. They weren't really that interesting. Not saying you won't have a good time there, but I'm putting what I saw in those 3.5 months that I was there. After being there all that time, where exactly you should go for the best results, especially the best results that I had. Even places you can visit on a daily. The best gyms, malls, and restaurants. And most importantly, I tell you where exactly to find all the beautiful women. A lot of you guys have already bought the guide. Please leave a review. Please leave a review down here. I know they just went up yesterday, but leave a review if you have bought it already. An honest review. And at the bottom right, you can see where people are ordering stuff. Like somebody has the remote jobs list. Then we have ebooks. We only have one ebook right now. You can see somebody bought this one 5 hours ago, but somebody bought it recently. People have been buying. It's just shuffling through previous orders. And we have a summary. We have my mug shot right here. And then we have a summary of what this book is about. Leave a review on that one too. Also, if you buy the book, If you buy the hat, the It's That Bad hat, which I have coming in the mail here soon, I'll show y'all. If you buy that, you get the book for free. There will be a lot of bundle products here. The more products I add, eventually, if you guys buy a shirt, you will get a travel guide for free, or you get a travel guide that's like 70% off. But you have to sign up. You have to go up and you have to sign up for the pop-up that goes up that says you get a discount to be on the lookout for the bundle deals. That way it'll notify you. You go to videos, it'll take you to my YouTube channel, and contact is just the contact information. Are my books going on Amazon? For more exposure, yes. Todd the Traveler, I sent him the book. He read the book just like an hour ago, I believe it was. He said it's a good read, but I would love if you put a review on the website. Put a review on the website. Thank you very much. Squared Away says, what's your take on the ultimate conundrum? Expatriate and mostly lose six-figure earning potential, or import her and she becomes corrupted and isolated. Which is better in your opinion? Do not take people out of their natural environment. Have you noticed? Here's what you guys need to realize: we have plenty of America is a stolen land, so everybody that's there is not originally from there. Like, our ancestors came from African descent. White people came from European descent. The Asians aren't from there. The Middle Easterns aren't from there. So we have y'all know we have Venezuelans. We have Venezuelans in the United States right now. We already have Puerto Ricans and Brazilians and Colombians there. I've met them myself. But when you take them out of their environment, they have a different set of freedoms. They have a different culture where they're from. When you take them out of their environment and you put them in your environment, they do adapt. Especially if y'all aren't living together. In my opinion, I've never done it, but eventually they will adapt. It's happened too many times. I adapted. You know, there's certain things in these countries that we don't normally do in the United States that I realize, hey, I'm over here. Things operate this way. If I want to have the best result around these people, I need to kind of grasp on how they move. The women do the same thing when they go live in the United States. It might not happen immediately, because I know some women that have moved and it hasn't happened to them, but eventually they will adapt. So in my opinion, your best bet is to become an expat, like myself. I don't have to go back to the United States. If I find a girl that I really want to take serious here in Paraguay, it's best that I do that in Paraguay. We can go visit the United States. I don't know when, because I have family there. I have everybody there, and I haven't visited. Thank you for the super chat. But the ultimate conundrum, I don't know exactly what that is. The Uruguayan Profoy says, I believe you should have open minds. Stop judging foreign societies with your American values. Cultures vary, and so you have to adapt to them. Exactly what I was just saying. There's certain things that I have had to adapt to. For example, in Brazil, women do not think that you are that interested in them if you do not kiss them on the spot. Meaning that when you approach her, hey, you know, I think you're attractive. Well, let me get your number. Let's meet again sometime. They expect you to tongue kiss them on the spot. In the United States, that's not a thing. It may happen, but it's not the norm. In Brazil, that's normal. Like, I can guarantee you that's gonna happen. Unless if she's a prostitute. But other than that, that's gonna happen. That's a cultural norm that they have there that we don't have in America. When are you back in Kenya? Do you also plan for TZ? I've been in TZ. I will go back eventually, but I don't know when I'll be back to Kenya. But I've been thinking about it. But it's very hard to leave where I'm at right now. You guys know Latin America was my first continent that I left when I left the United States. I did think about this a lot too. And there's a lot of women in Brazil that like everybody drinks alcohol for the most part in Brazil. There's a lot of women like, hey, they'd be wanting to kiss, and I'd be like, at some point, I had to be like, fuck it, like, this is just the wrong time, but I'm gonna kiss her anyway. Now, I'm not saying they had plaque all on their teeth and no shit like that. I'm just saying, like, they're just like, like your mouth doesn't look that good. You need some water. You've been drinking too many caipirinhas. Do not take your woman back to the United States. I would rather adjust to what they got going on in Brazil than I would risk Americanization. Americanization is a curse. They say STDs are through the roof. I never put myself in a position to catch an STD in Brazil. Thank God. But yeah, so you guys, we are wrapping up today's show. I just had to come on here and touch base with you guys because I know I'm always working on the laptop. Now, I am now officially a tech guy, not a coder or nothing like that. But I mean, I'm working fully with tech. I guess I've been doing that the whole time. But now, here's the good thing about this. Now, when I meet people, I don't have to tell them I'm a YouTuber, but they're gonna find out anyway. I can say, "Oh yeah, what do you do? What kind of work do you do?" I run an online shop. I run an online shop. Oh, really? What is it? They're gonna know I'm a YouTuber now. So that I can't. I'm just gonna lose out on some women, but hey, fuck it. It is what it is. This is my life. But there's plenty of women that don't mind that. That don't mind that. Overall, best dating experiences. Let me say this. My best dating life has been in Latin America. My best social life was in Nairobi. I had lots of Kenyan friends and lots of American friends in Nairobi. I always had something to do in Nairobi. In Latin America, there's not as many people I can connect with, men and women. I can connect with women anywhere, but men is important too because you got to have male friends. You cannot always go out by yourself. You cannot always just hang out with women all the time. You can, but you guys know you got to have some homeboys. You got to have some homeboys sometime. My social life in Tanzania was second to Kenya. Kenya number one, but Tanzania number two, just because in Kenya I had more friends. I had a lot of friends in Tanzania too. But in Kenya, I had more friends. But that's because that's Africa. There's black people in Africa, and I'm black. So it's easier to connect. That doesn't mean I can't connect here, though. Do I still talk to Fred? Yes, I do. Austin, you can help the bros understand society is different and they have to adapt and learn the local language. Yes. I've been stressing learning the local language, and a lot of dudes are saying, oh, I'll get my girlfriend to learn English. English is the curse. English is the curse. People will respect you more in other countries when you show that you have put in the effort. I've been dating a woman here in Paraguay, and she knows Portuguese and Spanish in like a very small amount of English. I know Portuguese, English, and a very small amount of Spanish. She doesn't know all Portuguese though. So she will get frustrated from time to time. And eventually, if one of us does not learn, let's say me, if I don't learn Spanish, that might become a negative at some point. What about when I need to speak to her? Like if I take her serious, what if I need to speak to her parents? Oh, I don't speak Spanish. They're gonna look at her like, okay, so you're just dealing with a damn tourist. So get on Duolingo or hire somebody or take a class to learn another language. It's very, very important. You are not experiencing the full amount of a society by not knowing the language. That's why it was so easy to connect in Tanzania and Kenya, because a lot of people know English in those places. So it wasn't hard to connect because they can understand you, you can understand them. We can tell each other stories, we can ask about each other's family background, all that kind of stuff. If you enjoyed today's show, put a 1 in the chat. I don't need a super chat. I do need you to buy the book though. I won't sleep very well tonight if you guys don't buy the book. Whenever this live stream goes off, I need to see some more people buy the book. Also, give me some criticism. Criticize me on what else I need to do on the website. He needs to delete those shirts. No man is buying it. I've noticed that. People are buying the hats, but they're not buying the shirt with the women on it. I think so too. I think we need to take those off. The It's That Bad shirts, those will stay. The shirts with the logo, those will stay. Some of the graphic designs I put on there, those will stay. But the shirts with the women, and I think the problem with it is because one shirt says, "Get with me, I will get famous." I mean, I make women famous. I'm the only person that can really relate to that. If Anonymous walks around with a shirt that says "Get with me, I make women famous," he's not gonna know what the hell to say because he doesn't make women famous. Like that's a shirt for me, basically. So yeah, but the hats are nice. That's why I ordered one. So yeah, but yeah, okay. You guys, I appreciate y'all. I will see you guys next time. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you sign up for the Patreon. So far, we got like 74 people on the Patreon already. I think last time I checked. Sign up for Patreon. It's only $4 a month. The book is only $5. The travel guide is a consultation that you can get for $20. If you sign up for the Patreon and you buy the book, you will only spend $14 on the consultation, which is the travel guide. You can't beat it. Be on the lookout. Sign up for the email list because I will be making more products. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys next time.